Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time here. I am your host, Stephen James, glad to be here with all of you guys here today. One small request, if you are new here, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, that way you don't miss any future notifications from my channel. Netflix dropped Season 2 of Squid Game, a highly popular Korean survival game show. Enjoyed both seasons of Squid Game, and I'm very much looking forward to Season 3 when it comes out later this year in 2025. Which brings us to today's episode. So, spoiler warning for those who have not yet seen the Squid Game at all, especially Season 2 from that as well. So this episode will contain spoilers for the most part. Just before Season 2 launched, the creator for Squid Game, I can't pronounce his name so I'm not going to bother trying, he did a number of interviews, and one of them was with Variety. He explains his idea for Season 3, where it will go, how it impacts certain characters, and what can we expect, as well as a potential release date. And day before I decided to record this episode, there was an accidental leak, according to Netflix Korea, by Netflix Korea, where they launched onto YouTube the release date for Squid Game Season 3, which was listed as June 27th, 2025. We do not yet know whether or not that's true, although because it's from Netflix Korea, we would assume it is quite accurate. But what we do know, according to the creator himself, is that we can expect Season 3 between the summer, or it will be after summer, so the autumn for winter time. So with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? The first season of the hit South Korean survival series took Netflix by storm, when it first arrived on the streaming service back in 2021. The second season of Squid Game became available recently on the 26th of December 2024, and it's received mixed responses from viewers, many now eager for the third and final season to see how the drama concludes. It's interesting because I haven't really seen, at least on my timeline anyway, like social media and whatnot, I haven't really seen anybody really talk about Squid Game Season 2, at least since its release. Leading up to it, like some people were like, oh my god, can't wait, really like the first season, blah blah blah. But like, since its release, I haven't really seen many people talk about it. So, in terms of the mixed responses, I have seen a few here and there, but overall, I haven't really seen anyone really talk about it. Which was interesting because the third season, like, nobody was shut up about it. I wasn't quite interested in watching Season 1. Not because I didn't think it was any good, I just saw a lot of people hyping it up. And I was like, okay, it's going to be one of those shows that people hype up and it's going to be a letdown, a disappointment, and it's not going to be worth me investing my time in. And for some reason, maybe it was because of family, I don't know, I changed my mind and actually decided to watch it one night. And I was hooked from like episode 1. Even before we got to the actual games, before we actually got to the games itself. It was interesting to look back now and think, man, Season 1 was really popular. Everyone was talking about it for the most part. And now Season 2, nobody's really talked about it that much. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because it's release timing, like in between. So it was released in the UK on Boxing Day, after Christmas. So maybe that's what it was. People were still celebrating the holidays, and not many people are actually sitting down and watching TV. I don't know. Although apparently, according to Netflix, it gained like 60 some million viewers in the first day of its release. So yeah, who knows. What we know so far about Squid Game Season 3. Squid Game creator previously told Variety when he first wrote the final 2 seasons of the series, he did so in one long story arc. He revealed, I was originally planning to write the story across a span of 8 to 9 episodes. But once I finished the story, it came over to about 10 episodes, too long to contain in a single season. And so I wanted to have an adequate point where I could give closure as a second season and then move on with the third. And when you look at Jai Hun's story, all of his attempts that he puts in to stop the game, the first being getting these mercenaries and trying to plant a tracking device that goes to fail. The second attempt of trying to persuade people to vote so they can all leave the game, that also goes to fail as well. And then you have the third attempt of the third and last attempt of bringing people together and causing a rebellion, it also goes to fail. And it goes to fail in a big way. But when can we expect to see Squid Game conclude? Possible Squid Game Season 3 release date. The creator has been cautious about saying spoilers or giving a release date. But what I can say is, after Season 2 launches, I believe we'll be announcing the launch date for Season 3 soon, he added. I probably expect that to launch around summer or the fall next year. I think autumn/the fall would be the perfect time to release it. Like, the last 2 seasons have been released within that time frame, so it makes sense for it to be released. As well for the final season within that timeline as well. The summer, I don't think is quite right, because nobody's going to be around watching TV that much. Everybody's going to be on holiday or going on adventures with the family and whatnot. So not many people will be around to really watch TV for the most part. And I think the autumn season kind of fits well within the TV show's format, but that's just my opinion. However, it would appear Netflix Korea hasn't been quite as cautious, appearing to accidentally reveal the anticipated release date for Squid Game Season 3. Comic Basics reports Netflix Korea accidentally shared a video onto YouTube containing the date June 27th. The post was later deleted, also before the likes of Comic Basics and the Hollywood Handle had spotted and screenshotted it, as you will see below. Unilad has contacted Netflix for comment. Netflix accidentally reveals the final season of Squid Game releases on June 27th. And this is the official post right here that was launched onto YouTube. So take that for what you will. Teasing the third season even further, the creator revealed of his storyline to Variety. But as for the storyline of the third season, Jai Hun, having lost everything including his best friend and all of his attempts going to failure, it's now what is he going to be like? What state is Jai Han going to be in? Or what will he choose to do? Will he continue on with the mission? Is he going to give up? Or persist? Or maybe even join the dark side? You know, if you catch that reference. And so you're going to meet our character Jai Han at a very critical crossroads as we begin the third season. Jai Han will not be the man he was in Season 2. I personally really enjoyed Season 2. I liked a lot of the twists and turns. I liked some of the newer characters they introduced, and some of the twists that came along with those characters. I liked some of the character development that went along with Jai Hun. As sick as this may sound, I enjoyed seeing Red Light, Green Light again, and the tension that came with it. What I liked about it, this game that is, was that we know what to expect now from this game because we've seen it being played before. And now we have Jai Hun in the game itself, and he's already competed in this game before, you know, the last time he was in the game. So now he's trying to help people survive within this game. You know, he's teaching everybody what to do, how to move without actually moving in a sense, so the camera doesn't really detect you. Or like the motion detector through the doll doesn't detect you through red light, green light. And everybody's looking at him like, how the hell do you know all this? And he's like, well, you know. And later he reveals, like, he's been in the games before. I'm like, well, why didn't you just say that at the beginning? Like, it would have made it more whatever, but yeah. And by the ending of Season 2, I was very much like, oh my god, I want Season 3 right now. Like, I want to click on Netflix and watch Season 3 as of right now, even though it's not available. Because that's all good, from my opinion anyway. I don't know how you guys feel, but, you know, for me, I really enjoy Season 2. I am a little bit gutted it's ending with Season 3. But at the same time, I understand the reasoning. Like, you don't want to make this a cash grab sort of thing. You want to strike while the iron is hot. And you don't want to make it, you don't want to drag it out to the point where people lose interest. Even though some people right now with Season 2 have already lost, I guess, an interest or have mixed feelings on the season. And apparently as well, there's supposed to be like an American version coming to Netflix at some point soon. I don't know when, but it's in development right now apparently. With American director David Lynch or Lynch. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. I really love the Korean version personally. I think I'm always going to like the Korean version better. There's something about Americans when they try to recreate what's already successful within other countries that it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't have the same vibe, I guess you want to say, as like the other season, as the other version of a film or TV show, whatever it may be. But I would still give it a chance and see what it's like, and hopefully it could still captivate me as much as the Korean version has captivated me. Final Squid Game overall. What's your favourite season? What's your favourite moments from each season of the show? Favourite character? Predictions for season 3? All that good stuff. But with that being said, thank you all for tuning in to today's episode. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye for now.